Fellow Ambazonians, fellow Southern Cameroonians. Yeah, today is Sunday. I want to thank you all for being there watching on Facebook. I can see those people watching on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching. Today we are going to be talking about the Canadian pre-talk. We are getting information, new information every day. And we want to tell you people that the people of Southern Cameroon are willing to get experts. They're willing to get experts who can discuss, who can negotiate on their behalf. Okay. And different opinions are flowing from different angles about different issues. But when we see the, we can only compare two things. Okay, we can compare the Swiss-led negotiation, and we can also compare the Canada pre-talk. Okay, but from every indication, what we know is that the Canada talk did not meet the international standards that we expected. Why do I say this? Because the framework, okay, and the way the leaders were moving, and the secrecy of the pre-talk cause for concern. Okay, and if after more than 6 months of that we've been hearing about the Canada pre-talk, we have not had any information. No information, no single communique, no single paperwork, no single. So if you are going to represent a people in a magnitude of this nature, we need a statement to be put out at every stage, because this is about the people of Ambazonia. This has nothing to do with any group. This has nothing to do with any group taking favor or taking fame or being popular or being my group is the one that is championing this. As I see people doing this thing, I think we have to understand what we are doing. In this struggle, everything that we do, you might take the glory, you might take the fame, you might take that I did this, I did that, I did. Yes, that is the work of everybody in the struggle. Whatever you do in your own corner should not be a challenge or being a competition with other person who is also trying to work for the struggle. Okay, so when you have a kind of situation like this, we know that the Cameroon government initiated this Canada pre-talk. It was not initiated by Canada. Okay, and Canada has not accepted. We have not had any official document from Canada that they are the mediator. Because that is very important. Having a mediator is different from having a host. It's different from having a facilitator. Like, from what we know by now, Canada is none of those. Canada is just the host. It's just when two people are discussing, or they want to discuss, they want to have a meeting or conference, they just go and do it in any country. So the name Canada should not be used for a malicious purpose. Most of the leaders that are part of this Canada pre-talk thing were the ones that rejected the Swiss-led negotiation process. Whereas the Swiss-led negotiation process started with a very due process. It was not a process that was hidden, because we had members of the IG there, we had other groups, we had other people who are in the ACT team. They were very organized, and it was an open group. ACT team was not a forum that was hidden from everybody or anybody. It was for the Ambazonian people. And if you are going to discuss about somebody, then you don't even want to explain to the person, okay, about what you are going to discuss about the person. Why are you even being represented? Why do you represent the person in the first place? Okay, that is what we are asking. We are asking those people in Canada. You are going to discuss about a people. First, the question is, what mandates do most of them have? Because they can pinpoint people to go, but the Amazonian people are the ones to pick their leaders to go represent them. It's not because you are a member of a group, you say, oh, okay, you can appoint yourself and go and represent people. This is about an internationally led negotiation process, and the Ambazonian people want to see some form of transparency. We need transparency. Okay, when you have a kind of negotiation process, okay, which has little or no constitutional mandate, right? And it's being financed by La Republique. How do you think we are not going to be suspicious of this kind of process? The Swiss-led negotiation process was not financed by La Republique. It was not called by La Republique. It was an initiative that the Swiss government initiated and said, oh, we are okay, we are happy to lead the process. So whatever agreement was arrived in Switzerland was a very constructive one. It was not something that people just go and sit and decide by themselves. Okay, what is it? Why is it so difficult for the people who are in Canada to explain to the people of Ambazonia what they are talking about? The aspirations of the Ambazonian people must be explained to them by anybody who claim to go and represent them. Okay, when you talk of having a ceasefire, when you don't control nothing on the ground, you don't have no influence on the ground. Okay, we hear this Canada discussion was initiated by the Prime Minister. How can the Prime Minister initiate something when you know that when they initiate, it means that they are trying to impose on the preconditions. They want to impose precondition on the discussion, and that is what we heard is in Canada, where they brought their own points to be discussed. That is not what we want. Our people don't want any discussion that is not having an internationally led mediation, because this is about the identity of a people. This is not about any joke. This is about the future of a country. And if people take it as a joke, going to sit somewhere and make their own decisions, then we heard there was supposed to be a press conference for them to explain what they are trying to do. They cancel it. What Jomba Akuro came and made yesterday, it was all Nothing. He said nothing. He just said that greetings, have greetings from these members, or have greetings from these members or these members. But he said nothing. So how do we put the square pegs in the square hole here? How do we do it? So let's have something that we can talk about. Let's have a process that is open, transparent, and is representative of the people of Ambazonia. That is what we want. Okay, when you have a discussion that is not representative, what do you expect? Do you expect the people to be okay, or because this has nothing to do with any individual or any group? Any group, no group should take ownership of anything. We have the interim government that we can say, okay, the interim government can represent in terms of the diplomatic type of information that they want, right? But it should not be owned by any person saying that I own this thing. You don't own the discussions. We don't own discussions. Okay, we don't own them. Somebody cannot just go and own something claiming to be the person that has a right to go and speak on the behalf of the people of Ambazonia. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That is why we are trying to call on the people of Southern Cameroon to hold all the leaders, anyone that claims to go and represent you anywhere, in any place, you hold them to account. They are not the one owning any form of negotiation. They don't own any negotiation. Okay, they don't own nothing. They cannot claim to own something. They don't own nothing. Okay. What we want is something that we can say, yes, this is what is going on. Okay. We want something that the people can say, yes, they have on the 27th, they have leaders. They have leaders that represent them, right? You have to represent your people. In whatever capacity, you have to represent your people. Your people are the ones that represent you. Okay? Whatever be the case, whatever be the situation, Southern Cameroonians need answers. Southern Cameroonians need answers to those discussions that is going on. They need answers. Okay. When you see what is going on, okay, what do you conclude? A lot of things is going on that we don't have answers yet. That's why most people are very anxious about the Canada negotiation. Let's take a listen to one of our comrades.
Plight and all these things, it also helps to open other doors that we may be ignoring as men. Now, I don't get no idea about negotiation, and I know I'm even going to learn them because I know things say I must learn everything. Some people, they keep on saying that 8 million Ambazonians cannot be on the table. Yes, 8 million Ambazonians can never be on the table. But the best Ambazonians should be on the table.
Exactly.
Whether the table in a pre-talks or not talk or not with you, it is for me a very embarrassing thing not because I know appreciate the people they make the effort to go for Canada, not because I know respect their own things and what they do for life, but because they don't get what it takes to do this kind of work for we. And so this is kind of like projecting us as a group of dull, stupid people. If we cannot take our best people, what kind of talk we are talking about? We I don't know me what that Barrister Bob Ghana in this for year. We know about Pandanga. We know a lot of people that I don't know whether they be the expert, but I know these are the people that have been convincing us and educating us about how this thing works. And we don't know anything whether they did it or they not did it. And then the worst thing they say they insist on groups. And some of us are even defending it, not knowing that the fact say would they appear as group is already saying that we are not yet a country.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I don't know much, but I just want to beg the people that you try for defend the way this thing go on, say, let them look at the higher risk and the lower risk. Somebody, I read on somewhere for Facebook, thank God, Facebook, you get a lot of intelligent things, is they say the optimists, now the build plane, the pessimists, the build parachuter. So the fact says some of us be pessimistic, it no means say the people they be optimistic about this process, they get a better feeling and a better love for Ambazonian. It is sweet me so we get 1,001 leadership group for diaspora. This bring back the power back to ground zero and the leadership in jail. We have to start really facing our realities and doing things accordingly.
Right.
If we don't want them, if the people they don't claim say they be leaders, they claim say they be leaders, they don't want to accept the reality. Now we the human beings and now the people now then get the power. We can also tell Canada say we not recognize them like our leader. We can gather 10,000 signature for tell Canada say we deny these people for table. This is not more than us. And I want to announce also now for this house say that people where they talk so like power, I knock my chest. I get right for like power. I have a stake in this revolution.
My sister,
and if I like power,
hold
no
on.
Kosh. So more not kid use this palaver say we like power for the kid discourage people.
You are saying a very
nobody
important
blackmail me again.
Yes, you made a very important point. That the issue of representation. Okay, we cannot have people going to discuss on our behalf, but we don't know what they are going to talk about. Okay, when you go and represent a people in a kind of pre-talk, what the people want to hear from you are statements. Okay, when you come back from that kind of open up to the other leaders, open up to the people of the country, the people who you are going to talk about. But when you keep them in a kind of, in a kind of welch, you just, that is what we call destructive secrecy, where you hide things from people without letting them know what you are going to talk about and what you discuss about. It is very wrong and very wrong. And from what we know of these other people who went there, like the CDN, we don't understand how a group sponsored by La Republic will go and be the ones initiating a process sponsored by the Prime Minister, right? We have to be careful the way we do things. Okay, negotiation process is not something to rush and go and sit there and and think that you are having some fun. We know La Republic is sponsoring this thing. They are paying the transport, everything. But in the Swiss-led negotiation, it was sponsored by, most of the time, when the leaders came, they told us about Canada, putting a lot of money. And that was different. Okay. But the process took almost how many years? Okay. It was a gradual process. So, Ambazonians, we have to challenge our leaders. We have to challenge our leaders. We are not going to allow them. We have to be represented in this. So, if you are not represented, your LGA, your county, your leaders and everything, please make sure that you speak up. Don't allow few individuals to run the show and we regret it after, because we don't want to condemn any wrongdoing. We are not going to allow this, because this is the critical point. We have been fighting for the past 6 years. We can lose everything if we allow this last part. This is the last most critical part of every crisis, the negotiation process. It has to be due process. We don't have to run. We don't have to rush, because what we are realizing is that the La Republic want to use their events in La Republic to influence the crisis or influence the negotiation process. It does not have to be like that. If they want to have their transition there, they can have their transition there. They should not influence our process when we want due process. And it will be a huge challenge for them, because anybody coming up to replace Frank or to replace Pobia, be it Frank or whoever, has a challenge. So they want to make sure that they finish with this thing. But we are telling them that they cannot finish with it prematurely. It is not our fault that they withdrew from the Swiss-led negotiation. It's not our fault. They withdrew from there. So they think that if they withdrew from the Swiss-led negotiation, then they will carry some people to Canada and just rush, fast-track things, pay money, pay transport, pay this. We are too smart for those things. We are too smart. La Republic think that they are smart, but that's why we are telling them, any leader going to represent the people of Southern Cameroon, you have number one obligation is you have to make sure that you are competent enough. You have what it takes to go and talk on the behalf of the people of Southern Cameroon. It will not be that, oh, I'm a leader, so I have to be at the table. It will not work like that. We want competence in different fields. We want people who can talk for the people of Ambazonia. We will take our best. We have experts. We have people who are ready to go out there and talk on our behalf. It is not about some individuals who just decide to go and negotiate by themselves, appointed by themselves, self-appointees. We don't want that kind of thing. That is the reason why some of these leaders left the Swiss-led negotiation, because most of them want something that they can lead. But when they have anything that they cannot lead, there's a problem there. Okay? There's a problem. So, we have a kind of system now that is being sponsored by La Republic. And how do we trust this kind of system? So the issue now will be trust and reliability and competency. Those people who have some experience in international negotiation, we need this type of skills at this time most, because when some of the leaders show us their resume, we can tell that they don't have experts. They are not experts in this field. They need some expertise to be part of the negotiation process. That is the first part. The first part is to make sure that you are first competent. The second part is being able to be among them, because it is not you electing yourself. We need a body that will make a list of all the competent leaders who think that they can help the people of Ambazonia. This is about pro bono. It's about pro bono things. No payment, just buying what they need, doing what they want, and all. But what we are talking here is to build a team of experts. We need a team of experts who are going there to discuss on our behalf. We are sure that yes, we have people that can go and talk on our behalf. Okay, that is what we are talking about, and I think that most of the frontline leaders know that whatever they do, they should do it on one accord. They have one accord. Their mission there should not be anything different than to restore our statehood. So if these people of CDM, we hear that the CDM people are going there to join or whatever what they're doing there, I want to understand that the CDN are going there to represent the people of La Republique, because we know they are federalists. The CDN people are federalists. Yes, if they are going there to discuss on the behalf of our people, they should be informed that they don't represent the people of Southern Cameroon, the aspiration of the people of Southern Cameroon. Yes. We heard of the ceasefire agreement or whatever they are trying to do there. Ceasefire will come on the behest of the La Republique people, not us, because they brought their military in our land. Their military must leave our land and go back to La Republique. That is ceasefire. Ceasefire is not them just come and sign some paperwork, then the people who are negotiating will just say, oh please ask those guys to go to that will not happen, because we know La Republique, once beaten, twice shy. We know what La Republique can do. We know what they have been doing. We know what they can make. Okay, that is a challenge. Okay, now we hear that there is a corrupt something going on. They have caught a company called Glencore, okay, that has bribed it's an oil company, oil and gas company that they do oil extraction in Africa and South America. The director is called Adolphe Mudiki. He's the director of SNH. Okay, this Société Nationale de Hydrocarbures. It means this company, the Cameroon company that's in charge of oil and gas and all those. The director since 1993, Adolphe Mudiki, is a director. Is now under radar for arrest because they went and they were part of the bribe scheme by Glencore. Glencore is a foreign investor in Africa that deals with oil, and they said that they did a lot of manipulation when it comes to the money transaction, the financial transaction, the bribery and corruption of more than 100 million. 100 million. So that is what we hear, and the update is still coming, but the US government has apprehended some of them. We heard that most people lost and they will be arrested because this guy Adolphe Mudiki is Bia's henchman, and they are the one selling our resources, sending military to go and kill our people because of this kind of deals that they have been signing oil deals, and we don't even know what's going on. You only see oil tankers passing. Imagine what they did. They envisage this crisis by putting a pipeline going direct to Douala. That's what they did. So the oil is just drained by foreign investors. The people of Southern Cameroon cannot even enjoy the resources that they have. Oil that can be very cheap for us. Though instead take it and sell it abroad. That is the situation we are, and it's just funny. But that is the situation. And imagine how much money has been paid to these guys. More than they talk of almost $100 million. Nigeria is involved, Cameroon is involved, RDC Congo, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, and Ivory Coast. They are all involved. There's a huge bribery scheme that has been uncovered in the South District of New York. The court there, it's one of those courts that deals with these international crimes. The FBI is involved. All these people are involved. So it's not something that is hidden anymore. But you hear this in the CRTV. They will never report this kind of thing. This guy called Adolf Modiki. He has been in this SNS since 1993. Oh my God. That's when you know how people are doing things. He was the one in this scheme. They talk of the largest mining and commodity penalties that will ever exist. About 700 million will be in penalties, because it involved about 7 countries that were paid to manipulate prices, fuel prices. Hello? Yeah, let me. Yeah. It's so terrible. Yeah. Our people cannot be in a situation where they are in need of gas and oil, but there are people who prefer to go and sell it outside. How does that square up? That is why they are killing our people. They are killing them because this deal is about Southern Cameroon, the oil deal, okay? These oil contracts that they are being signed, and they just squander the money. This foreign company called Glencore has been caught. So it's a huge financial scandal. You hear it in La Republic radio stations. They will hide it. So that is the news, and we hope that they'll arrest all these guys. All. Yeah, they'll arrest them. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, and it was nice talking to you guys, and have a happy Sunday. Have a happy Sunday. And we'll bring more information about the issue that happened in Canada. Okay, so for now we'll just wait and see what we hear. Then from there we'll know where the loopholes is. For now we have some speculation, we have some information, but for now, let's see. Since Biya declared that he's ready to discuss, let's see if Cameroon government will keep to their promise. Okay, it's very obvious that Bia government knows that they are in a fiasco. The economy, the whole bunch of stuffs is going down the drain. Okay, so they have no choice than to succumb to the negotiation. Okay, people were so confused that this Bia never mentioned negotiation in in his final year's address. Why just this sudden U-turn? So people were very confused about that, and that's why we still have some concerns, especially the behavior of La Republique in Switzerland. La Republique never committed. That is the thing. So they intentionally made that discussion to fail because they saw it as too international, and the Switzerland government was there very committed. They could not know how to bribe that country. Switzerland is one of the countries that has only police. They don't even have military. They don't have military. So they are that kind of country that La Republique could not corrupt. Okay. Anyway, we will end here for now because we don't want to speculate a lot of things that is going on for now. But trust me, if something is not going on well, we will stand up for the Ambazonian people. Any leader will be held accountable. So if you hear your name on our social media, or know that it's because you are part of the negotiation, or if it's fail or successful negotiation, it doesn't matter. If you want to go for that for Ambazonia, you will be going in for it. So be very, very ready for challenges, for different issues that arise within the negotiation process. Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Okay.